Hey, welcome back, Math 7 students. So I've got really good news and I've got some bad news for you. The really good news, this is your last video for this huge unit. This is the last one. Unfortunately, it's a long one and it's a tough one. So let's get started right away. We're doing volume and surface area word problems. We're doing this problem right here. Cal's got to fill a gas tank right here, okay? Here is the dimensions of this gas tank. And he also wants you to know that 1 liter equals 1,000 cubic centimeters. So we want to know how many liters will it take to fill this. So, 1 can is 1 liter, so we need how many liters it will take. So, how do you find the volume of a shape like this? Well, the volume is simply your volume equals your length, which is 40, times your width, which is 25, times your height, which is 8. So we're going to do that. We're going to take 40 times 25, which is 1,000, times 8, which is 8,000. So the volume is 8,000 cubic centimeters. But remember, 1,000 cubic centimeters equals just 1 liter. And since we have 8,000 cubic centimeters, that would be 8 liters. So we can fill up 8 cans with that one. Okay? Next one, here we go. We got this nice little tent here. They tell us the volume of this tent right here, the volume of that tent is 4.5 cubic meters. We want to know what the height of this tent is. Well, we know the base is 1.5, and we know, the length is 1.5, and we know that the width is 3. So the volume, first of all, the volume of a tent, or like a triangle like this shape, is volume equals 1/2 times the length times the width times the height. Well, 1/2, we know the length is 1.5, we know the width is 3. We got to solve for the height. So we're going to plug that in. We know the volume is 4.5, it tells us right up here above, equals 1/2 times 1.5 times 3. Well, 1/2 times 1.5 is 0.75. 0.75 times 3 is 2.25. We then will, in order to get the height all by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 2.25. And 4.5 divided by 2.25 is simply 2. So our height on this one equals 2. So we'll put a nice little 2 down there. Okay. Next one. All right. We have built this fence. And this fence, the shaded part around this yard, has an area, or it took 48 square meters of lumber to build this fence. Okay. Well, we know to find the area of a rectangle is simply area equals base times height. Well, we know the height is 1.5, so the base is all of these here put together. So we know that 48 equals our base times 1.5. So now we will divide both sides by 1.5, and 48 divided by 1.5 equals 32. But remember, 32 equals not the distance from here to here, but rather the distance from here to here to here to here. It's like the perimeter of that. So if it's all of these equal 32, how can we find the actual base of just one side? You would simply do 32 divided by 4. Correct. 32 divided by 4 means that it's 8 meters per side. So each meter, it's 8 meters going this way, 8 meters going this way, 8 here, and 8 here. Now it says, what's the area inside the yarded fence? The area, remember, is base times height. So it's 8 times 8, which is 64. Does this feel like there's a lot to do? Yeah, this is a tough one. You may want to seek my help as you do these. You may want to submit these and see me on Google Hangouts. All right, we got one more here to do. I just want you to know on this last one here that we're doing, I put these 2 drawings. I'm going to explain that to you in a moment, what those 2 drawings mean. Oh, you know what else we're going to do? We're going to just lock those 2 things in place that I got there. All right. A theater wants to build movable steps, which look like this right here, that can go on and off the stage. They want the steps to have enough space inside so they can be used to store props. So it's going to be like pure air inside of these steps here. Okay, so we want to know how much air is inside these steps. So here's what I did. I took this blue. I'm kind of broke this into 2 big or two different cubes. I took a big cube, which you can kind of see is like it doesn't quite fit perfect, but you can get the point. It's like a 0.3 times 0.4 times 0.5. So if I come over here and I kind of get somewhere over here, it's over here somewhere. There it is. This height is 0.3, this side is 0.4, and this side is 0.5, which indicates this big rectangle, if it wasn't missing this little step piece. It's the big piece. And when you do this, you go 0.3 times 0.4 times 0.5. In fact, let's do that real quick. 0.3, let's see, 0.3 times 0.4 times 0.5 equals 0.06. So there is 0.06 cubic meters of air in this big one, which means how much is there in the little one? You're going to notice here, I got dimensions. The little one is kind of representing this going all the way back right here. And what you can see is it fits right here. It's like we're removing this piece right here, which is kind of the thought on this. We're removing this piece of the step. So we got to know how much to subtract away from that 0.6 right there. Well, the height of this thing, when it's over here, we know that the height from here to here is 0.15. And we know the point from here to here is 0.3. So 0.3 minus 0.15 is actually 0.15 right here. Which means we know this base is 0.2. It tells us that. So we've got that right here. And we know that the length of this thing is 0.5. So it's right there. When we multiply 0.15 times 0.2 times 0.5, it comes out to be 0.0. What is that? Let's figure this out. 0.2 times 0.5 times 0.15 comes out to be 0.015. Okay? And remember, this is the part that we will subtract away from the big one here, the 0.6. So 0.06 minus 0.015 is simply 0.045. Some of you at this point should be going, wow, that's a lot of work. Yes, it is, and that's why I'm here to help you. This is a 7-minute, 30-second video. Sorry. See you at Google Hangouts. Bye-bye.